Hayward, early offense, Biombo, tough angle. Aldridge gets a
So
piece.
look at
It's a turnover.
There goes that defense
Aldridge
that says
gets a
you don't
touch.
play.
Biombo fakes on a double. Kick. Green, open look.
That's going to be
Booking,
interesting
a
what they
three.
did right there. You see how he
Chemistry tonight.
ran the offense back from out of the post,
TLC, draws
and then they
a crowd.
switched on that.
Aldridge,
So
count
if
it.
somebody's inside, they can kick it out to him if he goes post in the corner, or not post in the corner. He goes spot up in the corner.
Swing it.
Not a high block.
Aldridge on the other
Go
side.
to work.
Using the body
If
on
he has the
Bridges.
matchup.
Turnaround. Oh, yeah. In the
Let's
point
see.
guard duties on this second unit right now, and it's a mix of starters.
Work from the in
Aldridge
and out.
Harris. Johnson, wide open look. Cans it.
Something else they can do.
A long-range bomb from Tyler Johnson. Eller draws Aldridge.
Face up.
Isolation.
Close post. Go to work.
Clear out the area. Back in.
Right
Aldridge,
shoulder.
turnaround. Money.
Man, see, the funny thing
Here's
about
Aldridge.
all of this
Same
is,
post-up opportunity. No look.
man,
Bruce
they're
Brown
gonna have to
hanging
figure that
around
out.
for the deuce.
Whoever plays them in the playoffs. It's like they have so
Bounce
many.
it down low. Aldridge.
They have so many
Open
capable
look.
guys
Joe
that can do a
Harris.
whole lot of things. It's going to be a
Bullseye
matchup nightmare.
on a
They have
three
like
ball.
a personnel. They can do personnel depending on who they match
Washington
up with.
drives in.
Like if it's a bad matchup, they can switch the personnel to something, and their playing style could be completely different.
I know
Look
it's
what they're
hard
doing. They're
when I
going
have
from
to
inside to
start
out. They're going back into the post.
Glad you're doing it, Bert.
He looks and tries to see what's going on, and he kicks it back out depending on what he sees. Or, see, they're not doubling down.
You could tell they still
goes to work.
remain focused and locked in.
Aldridge.
That's going to be a nightmare.
Beautiful.
Because there's not that many bigs. Look at Lamarcus Aldridge. He's only like 6'10", maybe 6'10" and a half. Look how much bigger he looks than everybody else on the court. And I know they're playing the Hornets, but
Surround
like,
Aldridge, Harris.
look how much bigger he looks in comparison just to everybody else. Like, this is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be an absolute problem. And I know everybody was sitting there talking about how, Lamarcus going to the Nets wasn't that big of a deal. It's like there's two different narratives. So one is Lamarcus going to the Nets isn't that big of a deal. Then there's another narrative that says, well, the Nets are cheating. And like people don't know which narrative they want to like grasp onto. I don't think it's either or, man. I just think it's just basketball, bro. They picked up a talent that was out there. He was willing to come. He just is going to be another weapon. But I feel like their roster, man, if they play it smart, their roster, they can make it so that they can do any type of matchup. So say for the Lakers, for example, the Lakers. So if the Lakers if they roll out there Drummond, they roll out there Anthony Davis, Braun, just go big. And then the Nets can turn around and go big. They can roll out there Lamarcus, or they can roll out there DeAndre, or they can run out there Claxton. They can go Lamarcus, DeAndre, or Lamarcus, Blake, Claxton. Like if they want to go crazy, they can do that. They got enough bodies to where they can do any type of matchup. Philadelphia wants to run Ben Simmons, Tobias, Embiid. If they want to run like a mid lineup, they can do the mid lineup. They have enough personnel to do that. Jeff Green, Kevin Durant. Like they can do that. Like anything, any type of lineup that people want to run, any type of style people want to run, they have the personnel to take care of it. Like that's a big deal. That's a huge deal. And again, I don't think you guys understand the logic behind all of this. Think about this again. So if you got three guys that are going to guarantee give you 25 points a game, and KD, and Harden, and then Kyrie, they're guaranteed to give you at least 25, each of them. That's 75 points right there. Then you got Joe Harris chipping in. Joe Harris can give you anywhere between 12 to 15. Bro, it could get to 90 points before it even gets out of the starting lineup. The starting lineup is going to give you at least 90. At least 90, which means that add another guy. If Lamarcus is going to start and he gets like, maybe 9 or 10, you're looking at a 100-point starting lineup. And then we're not even talking about Blake Griffin. We're not even talking about Jeff Green. We're not even talking about Brown. We're not even talking about the pieces that they got on the bench. And Lord help us if Dinwiddie comes back. If Dinwiddie comes back in the playoffs, my God. And the thing about it is, if everybody can just swallow egos, just if you get if you're the lesser role, if your name isn't KD, Kyrie, or James Harden, you guys just take what you get. Just take what you get. And again, the linchpin, I think, to make all of this work, for one, is Kevin, because he's the most dominant player out of everybody here. I know everybody's on this James Harden bandwagon. It's still Kevin. So if it's Kevin, and Kevin can kind of allow everybody else to kind of do what they can do, James still runs the point. He sets up the offense. Kyrie is still the scorer, or the person that's going to take tough shots. And then KD is just KD. Man, this is looking nice. This is looking nice. I'm a OKC Thunder fan, right? That's my team. But KD is my guy right now. And he was since Oklahoma City. I followed him ever since there. I root for him. I don't necessarily root for the team he plays on. I root for him. But this situation that he got in Brooklyn is set up pretty nice. Pretty nice. I'm going to get into another couple of other narratives that I heard. We'll do a couple of videos or a couple of narratives that I heard, but I just want to go over that. But you see in the video, Lamarcus Aldridge, they run the inside-out game. Like, say if James Harden comes up, brings the ball up, Marcus goes to the mid-post, low post, puts the ball down to him. Marcus looks over his shoulder, kind of sees what the defense is giving him. He doesn't like it, kick it back out. Somebody's rotating, he can kick it back out to a shooter. Or if he likes what he sees, double team's not coming, he goes to work. Which is funny, because if everybody's on the court, like if they got KD and if they got Harden, and if they got Kyrie, there ain't no double team coming. You're on your own. You're on your own, bro. If it's Blake, Lamarcus, KD, Harden, or even if it's Joe Harris, you're on your own, bro. You're gonna have to figure it out. So you're gonna be one-on-one with Lamarcus Aldridge, and that could hurt. That could hurt. And Marcus, if they're telling Lamarcus, bro, you can get 10 of those. We'll give you 10 or 12 of those a game. Where you can go ahead and take your shots. So basically, like Harden orchestrated, that Harden set up the offense. Lamarcus, Blake, Joe Harris, just be ready. Just be ready to catch and shoot. And then see if Blake and Lamarcus can get you dirty points every now and then. But, let the scorers be the scorers. KD is the number one. Kyrie should be the number two in terms of scoring. Like shots. Because that's kind of like Kyrie's pseudo role. But KD should be the most important offensive piece in terms of like scoring. And then Kyrie, he can take as many shots as he wants, but we know he's less efficient than KD. So, and then Harden is the orchestrator. Everybody else just kind of get your buckets where you can. And they can make that work. They can absolutely make that work. That's going to be kind of crazy. I'm trying to figure out how. I'm not jumping out the window as far as Drummond goes, because I know everything is, the first game and Drummond got hurt and all of that. But they match up pretty well with the Lakers. In the East, they pretty much overmatch everybody. Boston, I can see them kind of giving a little trouble because they're going to make them guard on the perimeter. Philly, I really don't see it. Milwaukee, I really don't see it. Boston's going to have them running around. That's the thing about Boston. Boston has all those wings and those guards. That's where New Jersey can kind of be vulnerable if they make their wing players, like if Harden got to guard Jaylen Brown, Kyrie got to guard Kemba, KD got to guard Tatum. That's going to tire them out for offense. Now, where Boston is weak at is where Lamarcus, Blake, and all them can come in, because Boston is weak down low. So you make them work. Down low. But the wings and the guards are going to make you guys work. So that would be the weakness. Again, like I said, they got the roster to pretty much counter whatever. That's how you win championships. As far as their defense goes, I think their defense is going to tighten up when it needs to in the playoffs. And they have so much offensive talent that it's going to be a numbers game. They can turn it on and turn it off. So we're going to see how this goes. But Lamarcus Aldridge, pretty decent showing for his first outing with the Nets. Blake Griffin had a pretty decent night the other night. We see Blake out there catching off the rim, shooting threes, hustling, playing defense. Just give him about 20 minutes a night, 20, 25 minutes a night, Same thing with Lamarcus. Give them about 20 minutes a night. Let them go all out for those 25 minutes. So you're not prolonging anything. Cuts down the risk of them getting hurt. And just let them play. Just let them play like they need to for 25 minutes. I think the Nets are going to win the title. I really do. It's crazy.